You
Uh,
know, and that's kind of what I told myself. I don't have a family to make the holiday special for this year, but that doesn't mean that I can't make it special for somebody else's family. And that's what I did. And you just have to act, and it meant the world to these people, and that's just it right there. It took me just a few minutes of my time, and that's what I did. And then following Christmas, we would always we would always go, and I haven't told anybody this story. There's only one other person that knows this, and because I keep these things to myself, I don't broadcast all my good deeds. It's just something that I want to do. I don't want recognition. I don't want credit. I don't want to gloat and say what kind of person I am. It's just something that I like to do for others, and just the impact is the reward for me. I don't need anything else, but I remember I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do for Christmas, but every
every
year
year,
we would
we,
order a cheesecake from Eileen's out in Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn, Hell's Kitchen, Eileen's
Yeah.
Cheesecakes. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to sit home, drink bourbon, and eat some cheesecake. That's what I was going to do for Christmas. And I remember I was ordering it and I looked at the price and it didn't care. But at that moment, it dawned on me that I'm about to spend $120 or $130 or something on a cheesecake. And I thought about it and I'm like, that could be an entire Christmas dinner for a family. So I was in the grocery store when I was actually walking through getting ready to order this thing. And instead of doing that, I turned around and I walked over and I got a gift card for the grocery store for the amount that I would have spent on a cheesecake. I stuck it in a Christmas card. And I remember there was my company, it was a joke, but it's actually kind of nice if you need it. They would give out these gift certificates for Honey Baked Ham. So I'm not going to use it. What the fuck am I going to do with it? It's just me. So I stuck it in that Christmas card. And there's somebody that I go to church with, and I knew there was a family that was actually kind of having some difficult times at the time. I went over to the volunteer that I work with, and I said, "Can you give this to this family? Don't tell them who it's from. Just give it to them." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do that." Again, I was going to spend the money anyways, but instead of spending it on myself, I decided to give it to somebody that I knew was going to probably need it a little bit more than I did. And you know what? I'm sure it helped out. And you know what? For that one night, that right there was one less thing that they had to worry about, was having a dinner with their family. And again, it took almost little effort for me to do. And I think that's the point that I'm trying to make is you can get over the fear of it and realize that it was no big deal at all. And what you just did for that person was a giant deal for them. And it put them back into, you know what? There are people here, and who knows what else it could have done for them, but impacting them. That's the biggest thing. We can make an impact, whether whoever you are. You don't have to be a politician. You don't have to be anything. You can just be a person wanting to do something nice for somebody that probably needed at that moment. And here you come along and you did exactly what God intended on you to do, and that's just it, dude. And it could be something big, it could be something small. It doesn't have to be anything significant. And the little things sometimes is what matters the most, and can make the biggest impacts. And we all have that power to do that. So I think right now, especially, is a time for us to kind of think about those things and understand that you can't control what's going on in the world. There's a lot of bad things going on right now, but what you can control is what you do, and you can certainly make an impact.
That is the perfect message right there. You can't control what's going on in the world, but you can control yourself, and that doesn't just impact the person you're giving it to, but I'm sure that impacts you as a whole too. You know what I mean? It could help you if say I'm in a dark place and I go help someone else, that would help me too.